As we all know, I really like vaults. Vaults are some of my favourite things to construct in Minecraft. Some could say I am extremely passionate about vaults, and I can't help but notice that the Mycelium Resistance headquarters, which is incredibly unsecure by the way, has exploded their vault. Now I have a few things to say on the matter, alright? First off, you call this a vault? You call this a vault? It's a 3 wide, right? By 5 high, not even vault door. Okay, and worse still, it doesn't even look like it's got any pistons attached to it. Now that I'm not, it's not even a piston vault. Okay? And they've blown it up. They've exploded it. The reason that I joined the Mycelium Resistance as a leader is because I was promised that they had a really good vault, okay, and that they would not mistreat vaults. Because they broke into my vault to steal back the Diamond Throne, and that's against the law in my eyes. But then I see how the Mycelium Resistance treat their vaults, and they're bad vaults. They don't even have a good vault, and then they blow them up. It's giving me a lot to think about. You know, it's giving me a lot to think about. And I mean, I don't know if I should take this personally or not, but I can't help but notice that they still haven't added me to their list of employees. You know? How out of date is this thing? I'm not sure I fit in with this crew. We'll have to wait and see how things develop here. For the time being, I've got a little bit of work that I want to do on my base. You see, this storage system works great, but there is a big element of the storage system that we haven't actually hooked up yet. And also, a lot of my chests out the front here, I'm still using these quite frequently. Like, I default to looking through my kind of relatively organized-ish, not really organized chests. And that's no good. That's not a particularly efficient way of playing the game. So I want to get everything sorted today. The base is going to go through a gigantic cleanup. And it's going to start looking very complete. Like, properly complete. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have toned down the heart a little bit. It was quite intense. So for this bottom layer, we've just got 1 or 2 note blocks. Let's take a look at this new type of storage system. So this is the system that we're going to be constructing. Now, it looks incredibly complicated and incredibly confusing, but I can promise you it's not actually that difficult. All this is doing, all this redstone, is just to power and depower all of the hoppers in a sequence. So you kind of lock these 2 hoppers and leave this hopper unlocked to allow it to try and push across, because a hopper will always take downwards before it pushes across. So if you lock the hopper underneath the hopper, then it will try and push across before it goes down, which means it will try to put items into each one of these shulker boxes. If that made absolutely the square root of 0 sense to you, which is very likely as it was a terrible explanation, I would highly suggest checking out Nembom's video. I'll put a link to it down in the description because he is the one that created this design. Now, these things have existed for a little while. I've used them in the past, but they've always been very laggy and always break. They've always broken on me. So hopefully this one does better. I do sometimes feel very sorry for people who haven't done redstone in, say, 5 or 6 years, and then they come back to it today and just see the redstone contraptions that are filled with powered rails, and they're filled with these, and they're filled with target blocks and slime blocks and honey blocks and everything like that. It just must be a complete nightmare for the brain. And on the topic of nightmares for the brain, Iskall's just arrived, and he seems unhappy about the unspookification chamber. What's the matter? He looks good. I would say he looks good. Is there anything wrong with him? There seems to be a problem. Perfect. And spin around. Cool. Once. Clockwise once. Okay, done. Now shift. 21 times. I don't know if I can count that. Surely I'm done by now. Yep. Now turn around. Okay. And turn back. He fully got me there. I was totally 100% expecting him to kill me as my back was turned. That is hilarious. I now can't wait to watch his video on him using the unspookification chamber, because I kind of designed that with him in mind, because I know that sort of thing would frustrate him. Right, this should be all of the powered rails and various bits and pieces all connected up, so a lot of the internals are now done. Next up, I believe, is all of the redstone that goes on down underneath, so all the pulse extenders, which make sure that the clocks keep running for long enough for the items to actually make their way through the system. And now that that's all done, and it all looks like a slightly strange circuit board, I just need to connect up the item input into this line of hoppers right here, and that will send the items through the system, and then we're golden, which is English for good. Golden means good. And golden we are, because this system is now done. Everything is completed. All the items will be able to flow through this. I accidentally dropped some items into the water stream, and the system worked, which is the best kind of test that you could hope for. So yeah, this thing is now all completed, and we now have ourselves a shulker box sorting system on top of our regular sorting system. So now it's time for us to clean everything up and get ourselves extremely organized. And I'm hoping that this should be fun as well, because for the first time I'm about to automatically sort items into my shulker boxes that are in my ender chest. So whenever I do item sorting, I will remove the shulker boxes from my ender chest and I will chuck them into this system so that they can be refilled, because currently I just kind of take from these. And then when I get somewhere, I often don't have what I need. So here goes. Alright, we have 3 diamonds in this slot right here. So when I throw these 3 diamonds into the system, we should see that number will bump up to 6. And if it does, that means that the system is working. So the diamonds have gone past. And now we wait. The heartbeat is adding tension. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It turns out they just got stuck on my item elevator because there was a hopper here. Okay, there's still hope. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. 3 diamonds in, 3 diamonds go by. That's all looking good. Let's watch. My fingers are so crossed that it's hurting me. It's not looking good again. Yes! 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 Okay, that's worked. You may have heard me losing faith a tiny bit there, you know, but it's all good. Because it has functioned, everything is working. Except it certainly wasn't for a little while, but now I've fixed everything up, and now everything seems to be working. But I'm going to do about 1 million tests here just to really make sure that everything's working. It seems like 99.9% of it is, but then occasionally some things will get stuck in the droppers. I'm not sure what to do about that. And after a further hour of experimentation, I'm feeling a little bit silly, because if you just leave them in the droppers and then throw some more items into the system, the items that are in the droppers will make their way into the sorting system. So although that's not 100% ideal, we're not losing any items, there's nothing getting stuck, they're almost just getting stored out the back. So I'm feeling very good about this. We now have a fully functional system. This is great. This is fantastic. I've wanted to do this for ages. I'm feeling happy. Next up, we need to get this central area sorted, because let's be honest, this is like the part of my base that you fly through to get down here, and it looks so unfinished. It's horrible. So we need to work on that. And I'll be honest, I don't know if we have to do anything particularly dramatic or amazing. I think we just have to plug in the holes and just make sure that it is not just full of chests and logs, I mean, and furnaces. What is this? Right, stage 1 was just to slab it, and already I would say things have improved by about 100%, but I definitely think there's something further that we can do here, and I would say something as simple as this probably does the trick. I mean, it doesn't need to be much more than that. Everything's lit up, everything looks cool, we've got some contrasting colours in there, we've got sea lanterns instead of torches, which everyone knows looks a lot cooler. I would say this is looking good. So now let's move on to this bit, which I really don't know what to do with. So I'm thinking we try and get as much depth as possible. So I've built up this band of these smooth stone bricks, or smooth stones. The smooth stones. Okay, they're just smooth stones. I still get myself confused on those. I'm an old school Minecrafter. I don't think of those as being smooth stone. Right, and then I'm thinking we also try and get some smooth stone up here. And that kind of creates some depth. So we have a band of both, a little gap of the basalt and things. And that should all come together quite nicely. At least in my pea-sized brain, this looks good. So we'll see in the next couple seconds. I also thought I would greatly benefit from lighting this up, because otherwise I'll probably get a nasty surprise as I drop into the base. And yeah, I would say that looks cool. Now, it's a little bit of an awkward one, because although it's barely noticeable, this is actually 1 block closer in than this top section. That's why this is indented and this one isn't. But I've tried my best to deal with that, and I think we can all agree, once again, this looks 1000% better than what we had before. But we're not quite finished yet with the inner chamber, because we still have this part to do as well. I guess just put a cap on it and just ignore all of the redstone nonsense going on up there. I think my current mantra for this base is when in doubt, just use basalt and use the pretty end of it. That's kind of what I've done here. I don't know why, I love this block texture, but we are kind of yet to know if it has actually worked. So I'm going to do a little fly around, and here we go. It does work, and it is so nice being in this place without it looking horrendous. This is the first time. Look at the base feels really complete all of a sudden. I know I've said that so many times in this season. Okay, it's almost becoming a running joke, but that's made a huge difference. The fact that I can't just see up into the horrible, dirty, redstony mess. Now we actually have a roof to this thing. This feels like a solid area. Why did I not do this? How long has this been constructed? My storage has been done since episode 44. 44, 11 episodes. And I didn't think to do that. Unbelievable. And now Cubfan wants to meet up with me, and he wants to talk about HEP and vaults and things. And, you know, I know I shouldn't really be meeting up with the members of the HEP, but he wants to talk to me about vaults. And no one else wants to talk to me about vaults. It's only a tiny meeting, okay? It can't hurt. I feel like I maybe shouldn't really be here, and maybe not really conversing with you either, to be honest with you. Is this bad?
No, I think it's fine. We're pretty welcoming here at HEP. I mean, do you like grass by any chance?
I mean, look, okay, here's the thing. All right, so technically I am meant to be, so I am the leader of the Mycelium resistance. That is a confirmed thing. I'm the official leader, okay?
Okay.
But I am partial to a little bit of grass. You know, my base is full of it. And
all right.
I mean, I've just been to that. Look, okay. So the way I got into the Mycelium resistance is I was sold on really good vaults, you know, and that the Mycelium resistance likes vaults a lot. And I couldn't help but notice. I went to their headquarters, and their vaults. Not only were there really no vaults, but then I found out that the vault that they said was a vault, they've actually exploded. They've exploded a vault, Cub.
Oh yeah, I mean, number one rule of vaults, you know, don't explode it. Don't explode.
That's what I thought, and I thought that was kind of a given. And, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed, actually, that happened under my watch as the leader of the Mycelium resistance, because then it looks like it seemed like that was a command from me, that I would command people to blow up a vault like that. And, you know, it's a rough go.
Yeah. I mean, we got some cool vaults here at HEP. You want to maybe take a look, and maybe you could consider joining HEP. I mean, you said you like grass, you know, you like big vaults and stuff. So maybe. I
mean, look, okay, how about this? All right, so I'm not going to confirm or deny whether or not I'm going to join the HEP, but I am partial to a good vault, okay, and I'm more than happy to go check out your vault if that's all right with you. If you wouldn't mind showing me your vault. Okay,
that's
cool.
Definitely all right with me. Yeah, let's go do it. Let's go do it. Follow me.
All right, okay.
All right. Check it out. This isn't the actual vault door. This is just a second door. Pay no attention to this puzzle caricature of you here. But yeah, someone posted that there is graffiti, so we have to remove that soon.
I have to get rid of that at some point.
Yeah.
Oh well, this is already. I'm already quite liking what we have going on here. You know,
that's very good. That's very good.
Okay, I didn't really see any piston doors like that over at the Mycelium headquarters. You know, I didn't see anything like that. So you're already, you know, you're edging ahead when it comes to the piston door side of things.
Okay. Well, I think you might want to make sure that you know you're sitting down. You know, I'll give you a little little platform.
Okay, I'll flunk myself on this.
Yeah. Just prepare yourself for this. Are you ready?
Just in case I pass out. Yeah.
All right. So this is the HEP vault. Check this out.
I mean, I'm liking the decoration.
Put this in.
I mean, that is a good vault. As far as vaults go, that is a satisfying vault.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. But check it out. Look what's inside.
Okay.
It's another vault.
Oh my goodness, you've got a vault in a vault. Wait, hang on. You have vaults in vaults. Hold up.
Exactly.
Wow. What? Oh.
Exactly. A vault inside a vault. We got vaultception going on here. Check this out. We can now open this. We place a grass block in here.
Oh my goodness! And by the way, this is a
Ta-da!
fancy vault because it's got redstone lamps inside the vault. I mean, that's not messing around, Cub. That's not messing around.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's a dual-sided, always-on lamp door, 4x4.
That is very cool. I mean, there's definitely nothing like that in the Mycelium Resistance. The only vault that they had. I mean, can you believe this? All right, I know I'm the leader and I shouldn't be back talking them. All right, and you shouldn't really know about this, but you know, I can let secrets out a little bit. The only vault that they had is that it was just like 3 iron blocks like in a line. It was like 3 wide, right? It was a little bit tall, all right. But I don't even think it had any pistons attached to it, and then they blew it up. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
That's not even a vault. That's just a wall, man.
I know, it's just a wall. That's what I thought. I know, I can't believe XP sold me on it. I didn't even, I now need to know that when I'm joining resistances and things like that, and I'm promised vaults, I need to, I joined sight unseen. It's like, I should have seen the vaults before I joined.
Yeah.
I really feel
I'm
like
going to be honest. I think you might fit in here at HEP, man. If you want to make cool stuff like this, cool vaults here, there's other cool stuff we made. I mean, I'd consider joining HEP if I were you, man. This is a great organization. Look at this. We even got a banner here. Take a look at this.
You do have a banner. You do have a banner.
Pretty nice.
And the banner is inside your vault. That is next to your other vault that's inside the vault. I mean...
Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Am I allowed to say that I'll think about it? Like, am I allowed to...
Well, I mean, now you've seen how to get into vaults, so I mean, you're basically in now. Right? So there's really no backing out.
Okay, there's no backing out. Okay,
it's either that or the blade, man. I would pick just joining HEP, honestly, at this point.
Okay. It's fine. If you put that sword away, please.
Sure thing.
I'll hand in my resignation. Okay, and you know what? I might. I'll hand it in. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave. I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure the Mycelium Resistance. I don't know how they were gonna react to me leaving. Their leader has come in. I've done so much for them. All right, and now I'm off.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. Can you do me one favor? Can you do me one favor?
Go on.
Give them this as a parting gift.
Okay.
Right there. Give them that.
Okay. I mean, you sure you want them to have this?
I'm 100% sure.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind letting me out of this place, I'll get straight to business. Well, that was unexpected. And now I have this HEP factory key that I have to give to the members of Mycelium Resistance as I resign from the Mycelium Resistance. I mean, I was only in there for the best part of a week, but it still feels strange to be leaving. With that being said, I want to hold very firm. The only reason I joined the Mycelium Resistance is because they said they cared about vaults. Alright, and clearly they don't care about vaults, and HEP clearly do, because they've got some fantastic vaults. Some truly beautiful vaults, in fact. Vaults in vaults. I've never even done that before. So here we go. Hopefully that covers everything. I'm inside the Mycelium Resistance headquarters. The exploded vault is behind me, so there's no way they can even hide it, They can see it from where they're reading the book. Here it is. Dearest members of the Resistance, I joined as your leader as I saw members of HEP had mistreated a vault, and I was informed that in the Resistance, you believe in treating vaults well. However, I have since found your so-called vault exploded. Furthermore, it's barely a vault in the first place. Having spoken with HEP, who have far superior vaults, even vaults within vaults, I feel their beliefs are more in line with my own. It's been an enjoyable term as your leader, and I hope you can find someone to fill the enormous vacuum that will be left after my departing. But it's for the best. Kind regards, Mumbo, ex-leader of the Mycelium Resistance. P.S. Is this even your real HQ? No one is ever here. And you never added me to your employees list, which makes me leaving a lot less dramatic, as I could have taken down the sign with some sound effect and some sad music, but now I can't. I feel like that's a point that needed to be mentioned. Because, imagine if XBcraft had left. He could just take down his sign, and it would be all dramatic and things, and it would be very clear that he's left, but I'm not even on it. Give me a sec. Look, I'm going to give myself a sign. And now I want you all to quickly forget that I didn't actually have a sign. I totally haven't just placed in a sign. Kind regards, Mumbo, ex-leader, Mycelium Resistance. Alright, I guess it's time to take down my sign. There it is, right at the top, as the Grand Leader of the Resistance. It's a very sad day, and on that note, it's time to end. Hope you enjoyed. and I'll catch you in the next video. That was much better, wasn't it? That was nice and dramatic, so I guess now I've left the Mycelium resistance. I mean, I didn't really do much, to be quite frankly honest with you, but I'm now part of HEP. And hopefully I'll do at least something there. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what this is all about, to be honest with you. More importantly, I just want to work on my industrial district and build cool stuff in my base, but this seems important.